Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you the second 6 Samurai deck. Now shout out to my boy Playmaker. He kind of beat me to the punch with a very similar build. I'll leave a link in the description and in the comments to his video. It's very similar. It's using balance. I wasn't even sure if I was going to post this, but I promise you 6 Samurai content and I'm going to deliver. So this uses the balance build. Obviously with balanced decks you have to run at least 6 cards of each type: monster, spells, and traps. And basically what I'm trying to do with this deck is go into a turn 1 Shien or just have a 6 style dual wield to be able to break my opponent's play. And it's very consistent, it's very good, but it's also kind of an all or nothing, as you can see from the build. We're still running pretty much the same extra deck as we were before. 2 Shien, 1 Armades, 1 Stardust Charge Warrior, but this time I have a Mistworm, since you have you're able to go into a level 9 pretty easily, since all of our monsters are level 4 or level 1. If you have 2 of them in the field, you can go into Mistworm, but you'll probably only want to do that if you're going for an OTK play. I never have so far. But yeah, so you're guaranteed to have either 6 Samurai United or Shien's Dojo. If you have Shien's Dojo, all you need is a level 4, and then you can go into turn 1 Shien. If you have a United, obviously you're gonna need some help from the draw power. But just having 1 monster and a 6 style dual wield, you don't really have to panic and use your 6 Samurai United right away. It really depends on what the 4th card in the hand is. That kind of dictates what kind of play you're gonna make. So for the monsters, 3 Kisan, 3 Fuma. Fuma is the level 1 tuner. He's really good and clutch because if he gets destroyed by battle by card effect, you get to special summon a 6 Samurai monster from your deck other than itself. And also, once it hits the grave, you have protection for your 6 Samurai monsters. And I need to remember that because I actually lost 1 duel because I totally forgot that I had protection and I panicked. So it ended up costing me the duel. But yeah, Secret 6 Samurai Fuma, really good. And then my other level 4 of choice is Inishi. I really like him. His effect, if you can Shien, say you have Kisan and Fuma and you go into Shien, you have 2 monsters in the grave. If you have your Inishi on there, not only do you have a spell negation, but you can bounce back a monster. It's too strong, almost too hard for your opponent to really get over that. So 2 Inishi, the United and Dojo you guys are familiar with. Well, actually I didn't use Dojo in my last deck. So it says each time a 6 Samurai monster is normal or special summon, place 1 Bushido counter on this card. You can send this card to the graveyard, special summon 1 6 Samurai or Shien effect monster from your main deck whose level is less than or equal to the number of Bushido counters on this card. So that's why 1 counter is pretty much all we need to get our tuner. And that's mainly what you're going to be special summoning. It's very hard, unless you're playing like the mirror match, you're not really going to get to your to 4 counters on the Shien's Dojo. For the traps, 6 style dual wield. If the only monster you control is 1 6 Samurai monster in face up attack position, target 2 cards your opponent controls, return those targets to the hand. So really good. It stops your opponent's plays. It's really devastating in the mirror match because you know you're setting up your United, you're setting up your Dojo, you normal summon your monster, and they bounce it right back, and that's pretty much over for that 6 Samurai player. They just have to end their turn. The other 3 traps or choice is 1 Floodgate and 2 Bad Aim. You guys already know how I feel about Bad Aim, so really not a whole lot to explain there. Let's just get into some replays. Alright, we're going first. I don't mind going first or second with this deck, and I really like that. Because normally, you know, sometimes decks will just lose by going first. And this is not that type of deck. So right here is what I meant. You don't have to panic and immediately use your United effect. I'm okay having just 1 monster. I have Bad Aim. and I have a Duel Wheel to stop my opponent. So this is the mirror match. He's gonna go Kagemusha. He's gonna activate Asceticism. I'm gonna use Bad Aim to pop the Kagemusha, and that way his Asceticism loses the effect as well because the monster is no longer in the field. And he's gonna use Dojo to special summon Fuma, and pretty much ending his turn. Now I can draw 2 with United, activate another United, summon my Fuma, go for Shien, draw 2 more, set up a Dojo, and here I'm gonna special summon. And I could have gone for a second Shien, that probably would have been the better play, but I was trying to keep him from special summoning anything, so I'm gonna go into Armades right here. And that kind of kills my 6-style Duel Wield, but I figure maybe he'll kill my Armades first. He picks up an Inishi, which is bad for me. He's able to bounce my my Shien back and go into his own Shien, which can get over my Armades. But I get a really clutch part of the cards top deck right here in Kisan. We're gonna normal summon the Fuma, go for Shien, and destroy the attack. Another play I could have done, and looking at this, it probably would have been better. I have another Inishi in my deck. I could have suicide the Fuma, special summon Inishi, banish 2 to bounce him back, and then just attack for game with Kisan. Just a little thing that I wasn't aware of at the time, and I just put us both in top deck situations. There's our Inishi. I'm gonna use 6-style. At first I attacked just to see if there was any delay, and there was, but I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna use 6-style Duel Wheel, try to bounce the monster back, and just win the game right now. He's gonna flip open offerings, but I have Fuma in the grave, so he flips over the second offerings, second Fuma, and we get the win. Right now, when I had this duels, it was still King of Games, so there was a whole lot of mirror matches. The ladder just reset. I'm gonna be playing 6 Samurai starting tomorrow, and if I'm able to stream tomorrow, we're definitely gonna climb with it. You know, see if we can get out of Platinum, see how we do in Legend. But now we're going up against Jubail. And this was an interesting matchup. I actually make a couple of misplays that I'll point out. But we have a pretty good starting hand. United, Fuma into Kisan. Draw 2, summon Shien, Bad Aim, and a 6-style Duel Wheel. So it's gonna go Fire King Island. I'm gonna go ahead and negate that. I'm not too worried about anything else because I have Duel Wheel. And he's gonna suicide his Joshka to get Terror Incarnate, and because he didn't set anything, I can't bounce it back, so that kind of sucks there. But I have Fuma to protect my Shien for at least 1 turn. So here I don't do anything. I can go into a second Shien, I can go into Armades. None of those things are gonna help me, so I'm just gonna hang on to my Bad Aim and my Duel Wield and hope that he summons something. But that's where the misplay number 1 comes in. This card says where's it say? Here you go. When this face-up card leaves the field, you can special summon 1 Jubail the Ultimate Nightmare from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So it doesn't have to hit the grave, it just has to leave the field. If you banish it, if you just send it back to the hand, it's still gonna activate. So what I should have done is I should have chained my Duel Wheel to the destruction effect. That way this happens, the Duel Wheel happens as a chain link too, and he misses the timing. But I'm trying to protect my Shien, so I do it prematurely. And he ends up summoning a 3rd phase, but he doesn't attack into my Shien, which I thought was strange. We're gonna get an amazing top deck, another 6-style Duel Wheel. So now in the battle phase, before he attacks, I'm gonna go ahead and activate that, send it back, go for Shien number 2. I would have gone for Armades if he was in lethal range, but he wasn't. And we're gonna see a Kuribo right there. My Duel Wheel is kind of dead, so I'm gonna let him kill this Shien right here. And yeah, just bounce the stuff back, and that gives us the win. So this, you know, this version of the deck is not as explosive as the other one, but you definitely control the duels a lot more if you can get to your 6 style. Yeah, because bouncing stuff back to the hand, it's so crucial, especially after they've committed their normal summon. It's like they can't do anything else. Here we're going up against Aster Phoenix, and this might be... Is this the match where... I don't know. No spoilers. Oh no, this is another mirror match. So we kind of have the same opening hand right here. He's gonna go United, Dojo, and then just normal summon a Fuma. And because he normal summoned the Fuma, I expected this to be a 6 style. I'm like, okay, whatever. He's probably gonna have the advantage here, but he actually misplaced. I'm gonna normal summon my Kisan, and he doesn't activate the 6 style right there. I would have done it. I would have bounced this and this immediately. Or another thing he could have done is right here. If he bounces both of my monsters, he's perfectly safe. I've already committed my normal summon, and I can't really do anything else other than try to draw. But he bounces my United and my Kisan, which accomplishes nothing because I can activate United again, and I can special summon Kisan again. So it was really a waste of the 6 style, but I can't complain. I'm gonna go ahead and get Shien, get 2 counters on United, draw 2. We have a bad aim and our own 6 style. So during the draw phase, I'm gonna go ahead and send those back, remove the counters that he had. And because he activated the United right here, I knew that this card was Dojo. I didn't expect him to just set the Dojo and not get the counter on summon. So I'm like, okay, he's holding on to Dojo right here. He doesn't have a counter on United. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy the Fuma, because even though he's gonna get to special summon a monster from the deck, his play is pretty much over. He's gonna have to top deck something out of United, and you know, I'll take my chances. And the reason why I couldn't negate United is because if you negate the United, then you can't chain the bad aim anymore. So that's what happened there. Turns out he did set the Dojo, and I'm gonna go ahead and negate that. But the other card was just another Dojo, so that pretty much guarantees my win. I have double Kisan, but I kind of flexed on him a little bit. So I'm gonna second Shien, and that's the game. Yeah, so the difference there, poorly timed 6 style for him, amazing 6 style for me, you know. Overall, I was just a better player there, Kappa. But we got 2 more duels to show you. Here we have a Paradox Brothers.
Duel.
And we're going second. We're going up against a Black Illusion, a relinquished BLS deck. But we have a pretty decent hand that just got better because of the Floodgate. So we're going to Fuma into or Kisan, go for the Shien, and this is what I was talking about. I have 2 monsters in the grave already, and I have this Fuma in attack mode. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Suicide right here, special summon my Inishi, and look at my field. Look at my turn 1 field. I can negate a trap, I have a Floodgate, I have a bad aim, and I can bounce a monster back. So even if he summons BLS and it's immune to like traps, first he has to get over my Shien. So I'm gonna negate the ritual spell. Once he summons the BLS, I'm just gonna bounce it back. So really not a whole lot he can do there. He uses a Sphere Kribo, which is fine. Goes for a Gateway to Chaos. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about negating the Black Illusion ritual that he just searched. He's gonna search Super Soldier Synthesis, but doesn't activate it. And that pretty much guarantees my win. All I have to do is attack, make sure there's not another Kuribo. I didn't felt a delay, so I just activated Nishi's effect, and that's the game. Yeah, Inishi is really good. And then for the last duel, we have a Jaden Yuki. So if I had to pick out of both versions, I like the first one I made better just because it takes me back. It's what I used to play in the TCG. Fuma is a lot newer than all the other cards. So you know, back in the day, I built my deck around Kageki and Kagemusha. So I'm kind of more attached to that duel. But we got another mirror match here. Asceticism into Legendary 6 Samurai Shien with a Kisan. So a pretty good starting hand for him. I'm gonna go ahead and use Dojo as bait, and it works. Immediately negates the Dojo. So now I have access to my 6 Samurai United. We're gonna go Fuma into Kisan. Draw 2. Activate another 6 Samurai United before I special summon my Shien. That's why if you have 2 counters on your United, go ahead and use it, because you can draw into another one and then you get your counter for the Shien. So here we have a counter. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy the Kisan, and then I have 2 6-style dual wield, so there's really nothing he can do. He's gonna summon a Kageki. He already what's the word? Committed his normal summon. I can negate whatever this is unless it's a counter trap. So yeah, his turn's over. I'm gonna activate 6-style. He's gonna negate 6-style number 2 and pass. We draw 3 cards, get another dual wield, double Kisan, and that's game. So fun, man. I'll probably go back and forth. If the other one loses a lot, I think this one is a little bit. It's more consistent because it's balanced, so you know what you're gonna have turn 1. But I feel like the other one has a better chance against most decks, because you have the econ for econ takes, you have the removal. Here you have to rely a lot on your dual wield and your bad aim, which are traps, so they can be a little slow. They both have their pros and cons, but overall 6 Samurai still day 1 really fun to use. That's gonna be it for me though. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and till next time.